Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you to the 6th Annual UOCAVA Summit 2012, hosted by Overseas Vote Foundation. I'm Susan Dzieduszycka-Suinat, President and CEO of the Foundation, and it's my pleasure to be able to present to you today, as well as to be your host for the conference. I see so many faces that I recognize here, and so many new faces. We thank you all sincerely for making time to be here today for this important 2012 election year summit. Summit's not just a conference about voting. If you came here thinking it was, I've got some really good news for you. It is that and a lot more. Summit's about building dialogue. Without FaceTime and dialogue, our community doesn't really exist. It has no voice. The idea behind Summit is to strengthen the network of people, to create a space and time when our community identifies itself to each other. OVF believes that over the years, this strategy has really worked, and it was fundamental to the UOCAVA electoral reforms that have come about. And these topics, I believe, address the key issues that we have on the table at this time. How can we protect our elections from cyber threats? What can we do to increase military voter participation? Can technology invigorate civic and voter engagement? Voter privacy, is it being respected? And where did that $20 million go? So, now that's an inside joke. You'll get the answer later. These are just a few of the questions that we want to answer during today, or discuss during today's conference. It's obvious we're not going to come up with all the answers right away, but that's what Summit's about, is breaking open this dialogue, inviting people in that we wouldn't normally invite, maybe, or have the opportunity to invite, people that we like or dislike. That's not the point. It's breaking down those barriers and getting the discussion going. We've seen so much come of that in the past years. Before I go any further, I would like to send a major thank you to our sponsors. They didn't just help make this event possible. They made this event possible. And it's so exciting to see these important organizations come together and support overseas and military voting causes. The other thing that's great about our sponsors is they're not just contributors, they're participants here today. Can we get a show of hands from organizations that were part of the sponsorship crowd? See? Excellent. And really, heartfelt thank you to all of you. A special shout out to BIPAC, who's our lead sponsor. It's the first time we've had a lead sponsor. And they held a very nice reception in honor of the Secretaries of State last night. In addition, the same to Pew, a special note, they have sponsored our reception, which was no small feat, and it's been a pleasure working with them to organize everything. Also, Summit would not be possible without the tremendous support of our team and the Friends of OVF, the network that goes far and wide. Many are here today from as far as China or as close as this great city. But none of this could happen without our amazing team. I'm going to take 90 seconds now to do something that I've forgotten to do in past years. Often we've said, Summit is not about OVF. It's about the community. It's about what everybody else is doing. And we found that we even forgot to talk about ourselves. So we didn't want to make that same mistake this year. We're going to at least take a few minutes out to show you what we've been working on over the course of 2011 in order to make 2012 an even bigger year. So, with that, let's roll.
Overseas Vote Foundation is known for bringing voters friendly web-based services and for setting new standards of quality and usability. Developed by and for overseas and military voters to streamline the voting process, OVF helps you take action, get information, and find answers. OVF was first to put overseas and military voter registration online and to automate the write-in ballot. We transformed overseas and military voting, and we're not done yet. This year, OVF brings you the first ever Facebook integration in a voter registration process. With one click, you can pull in your Facebook data, saving time on data entry. We're excited to introduce you to the My Voter Account application. My Voter Account is your personal democracy dashboard. This is where you can maintain your voting profile data and use it again for next year's ballot request. And in 2012, you can have OVF in your pocket. You'll see our registration application optimized for mobile platforms. Overseas Vote Foundation. Leading voter registration innovation. Making the best even better.
What's really great is you get to see a year of work in 90 seconds. But it's heartbreaking, too. Anyway, there are people in this room who had a lot to do with that. Our developers are here from Vermont, over there, and I invite you all to talk to them, but you cannot have them. Sorry. Anyway, I think you see the excitement about integrating with social networks, bringing that into voter registration. We're pretty happy now to be the first to claim that we've done that. And personally, one of my most exciting feats is to finally get my voter account up and running. I think you'll see that evolve quite a lot to become more and more the personal democracy dashboard that we envision it to be. Just like a bank account, we believe that every American should have a voter account. It will be the next great wave in personalized voter services that we're imagining. This is an extensible application, and it will grow, and fast. It's going to change voting, and we hope to see people managing their democracy profile with as much care as they manage their investments. So this is a service that voters have never known, and I tell you, we already know. They like it. Lastly, to recap from the video, we'll be moving to mobile platforms, but that's just one of 16 exciting new development projects that we have underway at OVF for 2012. So that's today's first announcement. Just a little taste of 2012 innovation, but more will be coming at noontime. So hold on to your seats.